Hey, what's up YouTube? Coming at you guys today with my deck profile from the Daydream Games Locals the other day. It was a pretty big one. It was a 5-rounder and I ended up taking the whole thing down. I went 5-0 and I was playing a really weird deck. It was like invoked exorsister dog. It was weird, but it works out better than you would think as long as you don't draw the bricks, and I got very lucky. But anyway, we'll jump right into the deck profile. So first of all, we play 2 Alistair. 2 is optimal, really. Like you, five Alistairs is what you want. It like guarantees you see 1 without seeing 2. It gives you the most odds. And then for the dog package, 2 Ecclesia and 1 Fleur and 1 Max, because like window locking people still wins games all the time. And then non-targeting effect veiler is still pretty good. For the exorsister package, we only played 1 Sophia and 1 Irene. And that's only because we play this set because Sophia draws us a card for free. That's the reason that we went with these 2 names instead of the other 2. And you have to play 2 that correspond with each other for the combo to work. So, and then we play the DPE package, Dasher and Celestial. In this deck, these are the best 2 to play. Sometimes Dasher resolves and it's really good. Other times it doesn't, but it's still fine. For hand traps, triple Droll. This is the best hand trap all day. Most likely, like this shut down like every deck that I played against that I was worried about, honestly, and it was really solid.
You gonna test your what?
Triple Veiler, because birds are like a huge problem at our locals. Like literally everyone and their mother are playing Flow, so you have to play this. Double Crow, it stops DPEs and cool stuff like that. It also hits the mirror match if you know how to play it right. It just hits everything. Hits Eldritch. For the spells, Triple Meltdown. Pretty self-explanatory. Can't respond to my fusion spells or fusion summons. Double Invocation, ugly golds, but they still do the same thing. You know, everybody knows what Invocation does at this point. Double Nadir, because it's at 2. If this resolves, you're still in there. Like, you have a pretty high chance of winning the game if this card resolves. Triple Exorsister packs. This is only in there to search Vadas. So you play, like, your 5 copies of Vadas with the 2 sisters. You never want to draw them. If you do, the engine becomes kind of lackluster. You still have a banish on your turn, but not on your opponent's turn, and that's when it matters the most. Triple Cosmic. Cosmic was good. I played against Eldritch in the 2nd round. This card was awesome, and it's just like the best card out Floodgates right now. It's a little better than Twister in this deck. Double Fusion Destiny. You have to have it to make DPE. When you draw this card, it just goes nuts. And when you don't, you just make vert. 1 call by, it's just good. Does everything you want. For the traps, we played 2 Vadas. This is the one that summons 2 Exorcisters from our deck, as long as they correspond with each other, like as long as their names are on each other. And so when this card resolves, you summon 2 Exorcisters, and you're usually immediately exi summoning them into the big ones on your opponent's turn, so you have a banish, and you turn off all graveyard effects on your opponent's turn. Very good. Very good. One of the strongest cards in the deck. Double Imperm. Just another impromptu hand trap. It was really good, and I did use it a couple times to turn off Floodgates by setting it in the same column. 1 Schism, for the Shadal package, obviously. And 1 Punishment, because it's a good trap. Sometimes you have to hide behind this when you can't combo off and kill. That's it for the main board, 40 cards. For the extra deck, it was really tight, and some of the things in here look really weird, but like this is what I found works for me. You know, you can always feel free to tweak it however you want, but I found that this works pretty optimally for me. Double Mechaba, I had to force this to 2, even though I didn't really want to, because sometimes they out the first one and you just need the second one to like protect you from hand traps and stuff while you combo. Caliga, I wasn't on Caliga at first, but like everyone at our local, like literally almost every single deck at our locals plays like DPE and things like that. So you just banish it with invocation, make Caliga, and then you hide behind this guy. And so if your opponent does something on your turn, you can make this to protect yourself from hand traps for an effect. So there's some 5-head plays that happen with this. One invoked Agoides. This is the pop-a card. I think I made this one time. Just so I could run over something and get extra damage on board, like after I ran out of both Mechabas. That's the only time I ever made this. One Construct, one App Cologne, one Winda. So App Cologne is so good. It's not only in here to search like Schism. Like if you open Schism or any way to get to Schism without having to send App Cologne, you can use this against birds to turn off their effect monsters and they won't get their extra normal summons. But then you have, obviously these two for when you're setting up the Winda lock on your opponent's turn. One Titaniclad just for the combo. It's pretty good. Searches at the end phase. One Intus. I wanted to play more than this, but one is really all that I could fit in here. I could not make room for another. It never came up all day long. All day long, I never Intus my opponent to pop 2. DPE, the best fusion monster for this deck, period. It's better than like the invoke stuff. This card is just crazy. Sometimes you just have to hide behind this DPE and use it in the advantage game to win. Won me like every game, pretty much. It's just too good. One Moon Maiden and one Vert. Vert's too good, and Moon Maiden because the extra deck space is tight. I would have loved to have found a way to make room for Almirage and Purg, but there was just no way for me to do that effectively. For the Exorcister package, we play 2 Michaelis and 1 Asaphil. So this one, if you make it on your opponent's turn, you get to banish a card on their turn, and its detach effect is detach to search an Exorcister spell or trap. So you search Vaudis, so that way you can like make these. It's really good. I wouldn't change this lineup. I needed the second Michaelis in 2 separate games. So like playing 1 would not have been awesome, but playing 2 made it really good. I wish I could have made room for a Zeus. I'm definitely going to try to do that going forward. I don't know what I'll cut, but I definitely am going to try to make room for a Zeus. The sideboard was really like janky, but it worked out. Triple Reaper. I play this because I expected to play a lot of mirror matches, and even when you don't, like sometimes banishing DPE is enough, like enough of a reason to put this in, because in this deck DPE can become a huge problem. 2 more Skullmeister and 1 Nib. Now, oh man, I don't know. I cited this in, I never saw it. This will be a 3rd Skullmeister going forward now that I've like played the deck and see, because you already have like decent board breakers anyway, so like this will be a 3rd Skullmeister going forward. 3 Super Poly. Some matchups this card was really good. Other times you just don't even put it in, but sometimes it's really good, like in the mirror and stuff. Triple Dark Ruler. Card's good. And then the last card is Triple Summon Limit. I felt like I needed something else to hit birds, and like this is what I had. Like this is like my best answer that I can play for birds effectively. But yeah, anyway, that's the deck. I went undefeated, 5-0, and it performed well. I got very lucky though. Like I didn't draw my sisters at all. I definitely see how that could be a problem. Like if you draw your sisters, then you just like can't ever resolve Vaudis and it's dead. But that engine also came out every time I knew I was going second, so it was a free 7 cards to side out when I knew I was going second. But anyway, yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you want like a tutorial on how the deck plays or what anything does, just leave a comment, and always comment your suggestions on the video. And thanks for watching.